Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Wednesday, February 21st at 8:28 p.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Fasten your seatbelts. The modern eddy minimum is just getting started, and you're in the ride for your life. And that's a boom. Denver sets record low of -7. Two storms approaching with more snow Thursday and Friday. The temperatures dropped to -7 degrees at Denver International Airport on Wednesday morning, setting a record low for the date. The previous record was -2, set in 55 and 1953 at the former Stapleton International Airport. This is the first time Denver has set a record low since last winter. Do you see a pattern developing? Temperatures plummet as record rainfall freezes. Floods Wednesday morning. Heads up, Chi-Town. After temperatures rose to near record high of 66 on Tuesday, the Chicago area can expect freezing temperatures, ice, and more flooding during Wednesday morning commute. Record-breaking rainfall of 2.6 inches totally fluxed O'Hare International Airport by Tuesday evening, beating out the 1997 record of 1.94 inches by over a half an inch. Everything is under flood warnings in this particular area. Record rainfall totals in West Michigan. Grand Rapids, the rain event we experienced the past 2 days was indeed record-setting. Check it out. Rain totals 7 a.m. February 19th through 7 a.m. February 24th. 4 to 6 inches in South Bend and Plymouth. Totally fluxed in that region. Here's the complete list of rainfall totals, which you will get, and it is all epic. Whew. Look at the numbers. 3 inches everywhere. A lot of places got 3 inches, most over 2. You'll get links to all that info down below. Widespread flooding hits the U.S. South and Midwest. Excessive rain continues. Cosmic ray flux increase equals increased cloud nucleation equals cars that are floating a little bit in deep water. Do not park near the river when it's coming up. Several days of heavy rainfall and snowmelt caused widespread flooding from parts of U.S. South to Midwest, leading to numerous water rescues and leaving at least one person dead. Excessive rainfall and aerial flooding will continue over the next couple of days, according to the National Weather Service. And numerous winter weather advisories are in effect from central Texas to Illinois. One of the subscribers sent us in ice-coated trees in Texas just happening today. And there is the storm in question. Oh, and there's some pictures of major rivers flooding. There's that system. There are the rain totals. Texarkana 5 to 8 inches. Dallas 2 to 3 inches. Lubbock and Wichita, Abilene. Icy over in Oklahoma. Wichita, Abilene. Lubbock looks like a mix. And then look at these record highs. And right behind it, record lows. Times are changing, folks. Stay with me. Snow, freezing rain possible following record warmth in Massachusetts. Heads up, Jimmy. A warm front will linger across Massachusetts on Wednesday before cold air and a wintry mix return on Thursday. People all around Massachusetts withdrew from their winter hibernations Tuesday to experience the 70-degree warm. And these records go back to the centennial minimum 1921, which was a minimum. So that's telling you something. Cycle 14. We'll get to that later if you stick with us. If you don't stick with us, you're missing out on the good stuff. We got a lot to talk about. We have an interesting announcement coming up in just a few seconds. Extreme cold warning in place for northern and central Saskatchewan. Still cold up there. Environment Canada has issued cold weather warnings for much of central and northern Saskatchewan for Wednesday morning. Warnings are in place due to wind chill values of -40°C or colder. That is really cold. Remember, -60 is the coldest it gets on Earth. Warnings include Prince Albert, Melfort, Nipawin, the Battlefords, Meadow Lake, Fond du Lac, Uranium City, and Lloydminster. These warnings are expected to end Wednesday morning with temperatures warming to minus 15 C. Wow. Hello, global warming. Thanks, Al. Now, when you get record snows and record cold up in Canada, you get roof collapses. And a roof collapsed just one day after Fairview Arena closed over structural issues. Heads up, Calgary. One day after concerns were raised about a city arena, the roof came crashing down Tuesday afternoon. Nobody was injured, thankfully. But Ice Age Farmer was just talking about structures collapsing. Now, with all these amazing weather events, Oppenheimer Ranch Project is trying to become a force of nature. Now, what do I mean by that? Each year, people in this country are killed or seriously injured by all types of extreme weather, despite advanced warning. Now, as we descend into the grand solar minimum, we started this channel because extreme weather events and geophysical events are going to be happening in a catastrophic scale in the years to come. And we're going to be reporting on it, and we've been warning the public. There's an ambassador program by NOAA that I signed Oppenheimer Ranch Project up for. They're called Weather Ready Nation Ambassadors. And it's our job to warn the public about the upcoming events and how they can prepare. And by sharing our success stories of preparedness and resiliency, that's how you become an ambassador. We serve a pivotal role in affecting societal change by helping build a nation that is ready, responsive, and resilient to the impacts of extreme weather and water events, especially those brought on by extreme changes in the environment, specifically the sun. We're talking very extreme weather events moving forward. Now, the irony of it all is that we were accepted. Oppenheimer Ranch Project is the newest ambassador weather ready nation. Thanks, Noah. And we join this group of people that are warning the public about catastrophic events that are happening in the near future. And there's a list here, so we're going to be down here in O next year. And where was that going to put us? Oppenheimer is going to be right between the Oklahoma State Department of Health and Pacific Gas and Electric Company. There will be listed. Some good people on this list. The Midwest Severe Storm Tracking Response Center, Midwest Storm Chasers, Manatee Chamber of Commerce, the Lightning Protection Institute, LaSalle County Emergency Management, the Koshland Science Museum, the Kansas State University, and the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, the newest Weather Ready Nation ambassador, because we're going to be warning the public about the coming changes in the grand solar minimum. And they're going to be allowing, sharing the fact that we do that with the public. So it'll be another way to get the word out about what's happening with the weather and the changes. It's amazing that Noah picked us, but heads up, and that's a boom. Thanks, Noah. Worldwide volcano news update. Salbancaya volcanic ash not identifiable, but I just saw Saccagirima erupting, so that will be added to the list shortly. Also, Fuego and Ducono. Now let's talk about Mount Kirishima, which is just south of Saccagirima. Just raised the alert level to 2. And this is coming from Master Shannon. Thank you for the heads up. They noticed some venting here. Some puffs. We're going to probably get banned worldwide because I'm showing this to you. So I'm going to quickly shut it down. But I'll leave you links to that volcano. Mount Kirishima had very large eruptions back in 1716 and 1717. Right at the end of the Maunder minimum. High cosmic ray flux period here, right when sunspots were at 0, just like where we're at today. It wouldn't surprise me if that volcano erupted in a large way, based on historical information here. Very strong eruptions in 1716 and 1717. It's a very explosive rock andesite. So let's come over to our friends at the Big Wobble, geophysics on steroids, where today they're coming out with Mount Cinnabung continues to blow ash 5,000 meters into the sky, just 20 kilometers from the world's largest supervolcano, which could cause a volcanic winter. Now, guys, the volcano that they're talking about here at the Big Wobble is Toba. This is the caldera. Now, the Toba eruption happened over 69,000 years ago. And the Toba eruption was a VEI-8, one of the largest known eruptions in modern history, as far as man is concerned. If you consider 70,000 years ago modern. I do. I'm a geologist. Now, we can come take a look and see the cooling that Mount Toba did. Right here. This drop down is Toba. This straight down is Toba. Here's Toba. Down, 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 down into this hole. That is the Mount Toba cooling. And I can give you a better visual, higher resolution here. This hole here, one of the coldest points in the entire glacial period for the last 500,000 years, was one of the coldest periods during any of the last glaciation, which we're still in, folks. But the Toba eruption caused a cooling in the excess of 4 degrees centigrade. 4 degrees C. Boom! And we're not talking a year without a summer. That's just measly. The tiny eruption of Tambora, coupled with Mayon in 1814, Tambora in 1815, and Kadivar in 1814, based on historic documents and legends, all of those volcanoes were erupting in that area. Kadivar, Mayon, and Tambora. Have you ever heard of any of those volcanoes before? Geez, I wonder. 2 of them just woke up. So a year without a summer is one thing, but if Mount Cinnabung and Toba go off, that is it. A millennium without a break of temperature straight down. Now, Cinnabung has the same chemical signature of the magma as Toba, based on petrographic analysis. Which means they're coming from the same magma chamber. And that's a heads up. The explosion that just happened 48 hours ago at Mount Cinnabung is coming from the same magma chamber as the giant Lake Toba eruption 69,000 years ago that caused the temperature on the planet to drop 4 degrees C. Right here. Boom! Down into the hole. One of the coldest points in the last 500,000 years on Earth. Because of an eruption that we're looking at right here. Thanks, Big Wobble, for pointing that out. I'll leave you links to all that, especially the year without a summer, because just a tiny eruption from Tambora and Mayon caused the temperature to drop 0.4 degrees C. 10 times less. And there was still a single year without a summer, causing famine, crop loss, and unrest. I just laid out the inevitable for you. Let's quick go over to Iceland, where there's a small flurry of activity kicking back up right before the video here. This is live. We're going to refresh it, and there it is. So, for the last 48 hours, it's been getting quieter in Iceland, and now we have a small uptick. Small flurry of activity, a slight pickup, especially here to the north by Nafir Volcano. So this is not by any means over, and we're monitoring it. I'll leave you links. The KP has come up to 2, and we have had some interesting seismic events of 5.0 over in Greece here at a shallow depth, and then right off the shore of Taiwan, 64 kilometers south of Huanlin, 5.0 again. Nothing on the wire. The mid-ocean ridges are moving. 3.2 in Hawaii. And just normal activity worldwide. Nothing of note except the Greek quake and maybe the Taiwan quake. Now, quick, This is some of the best paleogeography coming out from North America during the last 150,000 years. Why is it important to you? Because if you scroll all the way down through it, it's very interesting to look at. But it gives you vegetation and classifications, and it gives you maps, especially the most recent paleogeographic reconstructions and the amount of ice. So just as when the onset of ice was, as it was melting, you can come and look at the paleogeography of North America here. So if you're interested to see what happens in the coming decades, specifically maybe 5 or 6 decades, this is what the change in the environment is. And notice this red spot here. I wonder if that's just on fire all the time. So I'll leave you links to this paper. It's really thorough. And it has all the paleogeographic reconstructions for the last 150,000 years in North America. And this is coming from Oak Ridge National Laboratories. Now, one other tip before we go tonight is what items can be purchased with an EBT card. And guys, this is you on food stamps. You think you're out of the game, you can't prep, you're ahead of the game. Your food stamp card can buy food crops and seeds. You're well ahead of the game. Just $10 a week of seeds, and you'll be stockpiling the necessary ingredients you need. You can't get ornamental plants, but you can't eat those either. So you want to be buying food crops and seeds with your EBT card. So if you qualify for food stamps and you are too proud to get them, I would start filling out the paperwork now so you can secure the seeds for your future so you can survive and thrive in the coming times. And that's a heads up. And this is coming from Michelle, one of our subscribers. Thank you, Michelle. So all you guys that have food stamps and think you're out of the game, you're ahead of the game. Start preparing by buying seeds, as well as rice and other dry goods, which your EBT card can purchase. And that's a boom. Heads up. Heinrich Butenhuis, he's our partner. He's doing a great job over here. He's growing some medicine over in Denmark. It's barely sunny there. If you want to learn how to grow indoors with low light, you need to come over here. He's doing great work. And the results he's getting with under 100 watts total, he's using different types of high output LEDs. It's amazing what's happened in just 6 weeks in here. And we'll just come scroll down. These little tiny seedlings down here, 6 weeks ago, right here, strawberries. He's eating strawberries off the plants and peppers out of his closet on 40 watts. Look at them today. And he's also covering some of his grow techniques, his potting techniques, and how they do it in Denmark. There's also information on how to make homegrown fertilizers. And he needs to get to 1,000 subscribers in order to become a YouTube partner and help us get through this. He's running low on funds, and he needs the money so he can get a new camera, so he can step up his game. Now, I want to thank all of our new Patreons for stepping up, and I'm going to go ahead and purchase Heinrich Butenhuis a new laptop and mail it out to Denmark for him because he's doing such good work. I think that he's really an asset to our community. And if you haven't seen him, come over here and subscribe to his page, give him some love, and let's make him a partner. He needs 239 subscribers in order to start getting paid from Google. And look at how good of a grower he is. Look at this beautiful medicine he's growing over in Denmark. He doesn't have much money, but he has tons of heart and a lot of love. And we need to go over and give Heinrich some love. If you plan on coming out here this spring or summer, you need to become a member of Wolf USA. I'll leave you links to our Three Canyons Permaculture Farm link, where you can see how abundant it can be in an area where there's only 76 days of growing outdoors. Look at the rabbit bush. This is what our bees feed on. We got amazing shards and kales growing here. So become a member of Wolf USA. Check us out and send us an email. Hope you got something out of the video. The prediction for the next 100 years is straight down off of this chart. It's in green here. In your lifetime, you're going to be living through part of this. This is the next 3 decades down into Maunder minimum levels. The mainstream has confirmed what we've been saying for almost half a decade here. And they're confirming that solar cycle 25 will be 30% weaker than 24. There might not even be a cycle 26, but we won't have the guidance until we make it through the next 5 years. Start preparing now. The changes are evident. We're reporting on them. Mount Sinabung is connected to the same magma chamber that dropped the temperature 5 degrees C 69,000 years ago. And the same volcanic events that caused the year without the summer are happening now. Kadivar is awakening. Mayon is already erupting. We're just waiting on Tambora. Be safe, everybody.